this is dangerous. Now if you're BratOk, lift your factories. Protect your production structures. You have plenty of money. Lift them, and then you're not going to have to worry about losing production. You've already... Oh, but then the corruptors come in at this point. Lifting your production is worthless. But, at the same time, if you are Terran, coming in and continuing to harass is good. If you're in sort of a death situation, counterattacking is really smart. Because you can... If you can split your opponent's attention, like they're focused on killing you, and then you can just have a really powerful counterattack. I did this earlier today with a 4 Marauder drop versus a guy who was Colossus deathballing me. And I was angry because I felt like I should have won because I had ghosts. I was on 3-3. You were on 2-1. And I EMP'd all your stuff. And then you had a Colossus Stalker Templar ball and killed me. But I actually managed to win by delaying my death as long as possible, putting down a bunch of barracks, getting out a bunch of Marauders, and doing a 4 Marauder drop in his base, because I killed 2 bases and like 6 production structures with that. At that point, you're relatively safe. Now, does he have Cloak? He does not have Cloak, so therefore it's not exactly safe, but he could come in. If you do want to invest in Cloak if you're going this late game ghost strategy, because Cloak allows you to protect your ghosts from the things they're sniping. So these Broodlords are very scary, but that was a lot of ghosts. Let's see the upgrades on them. 0-0. That's bad. See the so it's 3-3 mech versus almost 3-3 air, ghosts, and 3-3 ground. So I'd actually like to see I'd like to see more Broodlords. What's working is working. I'd like to see some perhaps Ultralisks from the Zerg, and the Zerg has stopped upgrading because he's a silly Billy. Zerg is retaking this expansion, which is good, because Zerg's actually almost out of money. Meanwhile, Terran has quite a bit of money. So this may actually come down to it. Terran picked a more cost-efficient army. I think I saw a game... I casted a game like this before. Yes, I remember now. It was Sock versus Happy. And Happy picked somewhat inefficient army, money-wise, while Sock picked a more expensive. And both armies were equally good. But Sock's army was efficient. Sock's army had a lot of big supply-heavy stuff that cost a bunch, while Happy's was a lot of little stuff. And a lot of little stuff will bleed you dry faster. It's easier to support early game, and if we're looking at same strength, it's probably better most of the time. But when you get into late game, you want these big units, like, say, Thors, or tanks, or ghosts. Big, expensive units that deal a considerable amount of damage. You don't want to go with Zerglings and Roaches, which we've seen him pour a lot of money into. Now he's switching to more Infestor Broodlord, which is very good, but he's almost out of mining bases too. We saw him earlier in the game go with Ling Bling Muta, which is not the way you want to be going. And here we see Infestors off creep are not good. And now he's bringing the Broodlords forward, and the Ghosts are sniping the crap out of everything. He tried another one of those EMP thingies, but it didn't quite work. I do not know if Terran's going to hold here. He's unsieging his tanks to protect his ghosts. And the ghosts are going to kill the last Broodlord, but then they get EMP'd. Oh my god, this is so close. There are 2 Thors left. What's going to happen? There are 2 Thors versus 4 Broodlords. But oh my god, I think Terran just lost right there. I mean, but he has another ghost in production. Maybe imagine a clutch nuke in this situation. How epic that would be. See, I just don't know if he has enough ghosts in this situation to kill all these Broodlords, because he doesn't have any Vikings, which was a conceivable and probably smart choice to make, but simultaneously you need to have the production to support it. He's making 3 ghosts. Little rule of thumb, guys, just speaking from someone who's playing this style right now and absolutely adoring it, when you go Ghost Mech, 3 Raxes is how many you need to support a sufficient ghost production if you want to go ghost heavy, so get things like nukes and other cool jazz like that. I do not think Terran's going to be able to hold just because he doesn't have enough shit. Meanwhile, Zerg has a lot of shit, but Zerg's out of gas. I mean, expansion-wise, Zerg is way ahead at this point. And these Broodlords are going to pick off these tanks for free. Herb Derpington, wow, has BratOk really been surviving with only vehicle armor 1? Herb Derpington right there. Now this army's pretty good, surprisingly, just because the ghosts deal so much damage with snipe. Because Snipe's super cheap. Because a full Ghost can get out 8 Snipes. And 8 Snipes is enough to kill... Oh, it's more than enough to kill a Broodlord. Actually... Yeah, 8 Snipes is almost enough to kill 2 Broodlords. It's 3,600 damage. Or, pardon me, 360 damage. Herp. But he's still using these Hellions to great effect. Killing Larva is a good way to use Hellions. Now we see the Cracklings popping, and I would have liked to see this transition earlier. Because right now he wants those big heavy supply units, so maybe say Ultralisks. Even though he does have Ghosts, you want something where producing a 200 army of those won't bankrupt you. Because producing a 200 army of Zerglings is way harder than producing a 200 army of Ultralisks. I just realized Zerg doesn't have anything mining left. He has... Oh, he has this base and this base. Herb. So, I just don't know if Terran's gonna hold, or like, I feel like Zerg should have won already. And Zerg does have an absolutely stupid amount of Ultralisks, or Broodlords. God damn it. God damn it. Zerg has a stupid amount of Broodlords. The Zerg has not made any Ultralisks. Terran is trying to get a base in the least defendable position in the world against Broodlords, because Broodlords can hang out over here and kill you. Meanwhile, Terran is pushing down here, but he can't stop the Broodlords. Not Ultralisks, Broodlords. Do you hear me? Broodlords. Broodlords. Let's go to their cams.
Is under attack.
Yeah, he's just kind of sacked at this point. As I said, he's going into the mindset of die really, really slowly. And he's playing around with his hotkeys a lot, which I like. I feel like Terran's being forced into a lot of passivity, while Zerg can just sort of have his way with everything. An Infestor Broodlord is super strong, especially if you go Infestor Broodlord Crackling, then we're talking. So we're seeing Zerglings versus Hellions, the least even matchup in history. We're seeing more Ghosts be produced. We have an Orbital Command going up, where, yes, an Orbital Command, I love you. And Zerg proxy hatching, because, you know what, why the hell not? There are some minerals here. The map's almost mined out. You have minerals here, minerals here, minerals there, minerals there, minerals there, minerals there. But aside from that, this place isn't doing too hot. This place is pretty much empty. But the Terran is going for, again, one of these backdoor pushes. He just cannot decide which backdoor to kill. He might just be trying to deny these expos, but that doesn't work when you're down expos. But if he could siege up here, that would hold all of this. If he could siege up here and defend from Broodlords, obviously, he could then hold everything. Like, he could hold down the 3 most important spots on the map. This base, and this base, and this base. Because if he can protect himself from Broodlords, then, and siege up right there, then there'd be nothing Zerg could really do. I mean, the other most important spot is right here, but he's closer there. Because doesn't this look like early game, and the Terran's just taking his first expansion? At least from the Terran perspective. I suppose not at all, but you guys get what I'm saying here. Now, with this snipe hacking style, generally your first priority is killing Broodlords, because killing Infestors is relatively easy when you have no Ghosts, but killing Broodlords and no Infestors is a way harder thing to deal with. Is he actually gonna hold here? Oh my god! Army size? Jesus Christ! Those Ghosts just killed everything! Do they have any upgrades? No! No, he does only have 3 tanks left, but that was stupid. Zerg should have destroyed it. Meantime, Zerg's just building a ton more crap. There's a factory floating over here. And now the smart transition. Well, we can't kill him with Broodlords, might as well kill him with Zerglings. Yeah, get him. This Ghost thing. I wish I had Cloak. Oh god, no. Zerglings kill him. All these Ghosts look in their sand, it's so cool. Ghosts are really melodramatic, though. Like, sometimes they die in really cool ways. Like, never say die. Or in really hilarious ways. It's getting too hot, which is just... That makes you smile right there. But then, most of the time, Zerg die in the most... Or, Ghosts die in the most melodramatic way ever. They like, Marines die. I burned to death. But Ghosts are... They're Hellion Ghost. Beats Zergling. I'm not actually surprised. Now, another cool thing about heavy Ghost play is nukes. Because late game, if he had been nuking this expansion while killing all this, Zerg wouldn't have even noticed. Because everything. And what did I tell you? If he can hold from the Brood Lords, he can siege up here and control a ton of space. This Crux, late game, is really strong, these two areas. I mean, it doubles with this, but that's a little bit more accessible from all sides. But this way has a really roundabout way of getting there. Now, this way, in the current iteration of the map, the Xel'Naga Tower is actually a little bit of a stronger place to bombard from and to control, simply because it's a little bit easier getting to this area. But if you say do a drop here when somebody's expanding, it's strong. So Ghost Tank versus late game Zerg, and there are a bunch of aliens over here just doing that fun bang. Where's Zerg mining? There and there. Let's look at, and so Zerg's mining there. I really don't feel like Terran deserves this win. I mean, Terran's not played. Zerg has really outplayed Terran in my opinion, but Terran's made a better compositional choice. And now a Roach switch is actually really smart. Because what counters everything Terran has? Well, Roaches, of course. And more Brood Lords. God, this game's getting exhausting. Will it die before the Brood Lords get there? Will it die? Yes. The Brood Lords are so fucking slow. Herp. God. It's just like Terran's being chased back and forth along these few bases, and then Zerg's just kind of dying. Is Terran gonna try to take this? Oh, Terran, you're so adorable. You're actually gonna try to take that?